The partial government shutdown is beginning its 26th day with no negotiations planned to end it. A new White House analysis shows the deadlock is hurting U.S. economic growth at twice the rate previously estimated. Part of the reason? Less spending by the 800,000 federal workers who are not being paid. The U.S. Coast Guard commandant tweeted a statement saying this: "This marks the first time in our nation's history that service members in a U.S. armed force have not been paid during a lapse in appropriations."
So unfortunate. And this morning, the administration is recalling some 50,000 federal employees to work without pay. They include flight safety workers and food inspectors, as well as nearly 60% of Internal Revenue Service staff. That's nearly 46,000 IRS employees. They're needed to handle tax returns and refunds. Carter Evans spoke with one IRS worker in Ogden, Utah, the city that has the highest concentration of federal workers in the West. Now, he found that the shutdown's impact goes far beyond the furloughed employees who live there. Carter, we're seeing the ripple effects. Good morning.
Good morning. Behind me, the city proudly displays its slogan that it pays to live in Ogden. Well, that's pretty ironic now, considering this shutdown is causing a lot of economic damage here, and not just for the some 5,000 federal workers who call Ogden home. Sandwiched between federal buildings, normally bustling businesses like Anna Davidson's restaurant are now practically empty.
Every week that it goes on longer, it gets slower, and it's just disheartening. 90% of downtown relies on the federal workers that are down here for breakfast and lunch.
Business is down by half, forcing her to dig into savings to pay her employees. Furloughed IRS employee Emily Roush has gone from dining downtown to delivering meals for DoorDash, driving a car with a broken heater and taking home a quarter of her normal salary.
It's not going to pay all the bills, but at least it's going to buy us groceries and put gas in our vehicles. So
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, yeah.
With so many not getting a paycheck at all, Ogden Mayor Mike Caldwell says the local economy is struggling.
People that would typically come down here and go to movies and take their families out are finding ways they can really cut their expenses.
Ogden might have to do that too. Declining sales leads to a loss of tax revenue, which could mean cutbacks for this city of nearly 90,000.
It could be in the millions of dollars, which would be devastating for a community our size. So it's a big, big deal.
A big deal with no end in sight. The president says he's holding out for funding for his proposed border wall and predicted the shutdown could last for months.
I'm hoping that they come to an agreement and we just get back to work.
Later today, some 300 IRS workers here in Ogden will start getting calls to come back to work, but they're still not going to be paid. Emily tells us if she gets the call to come back to work, she's still going to have to keep her second job because she's got to keep some sort of money coming in. Gayle?
Boy, Carter, thank you very much.